Why does a country about the size of the United States receive fewer tourists than the Coliseum? So, let's talk about Brazil. Hello, my name is Cristiano Paes, and today I'm gonna show you some interesting things about Brazil that you probably don't know. Brazil is one of the 5 largest countries in the world. It's about 8.5 square kilometers and also the 5th largest in population, with more or less 210 million inhabitants. Despite being so big, Brazil is not the least of the 40 more visited countries in the world. Just to have an idea, the 5,000 Brazilian city together received less tourists than the Coliseum. No, I'm not talking about the City of Rome, I'm talking about just the Coliseum. But how can a country about the size of the United States receive fewer tourists than the Coliseum? Now comes the question, why? Brazil is divided in 26 states and 1 federal district, as well as several tourist spots throughout the Brazilian territory. There are many beautiful places like Iguaçu Falls, which is one of the largest and the most beautiful in the world, which is on the border between Brazil and Argentina. The beautiful natural Amazon rainforest, which is an unexplored place to by Brazilian tourists, and the Lençóis Maranhenses, which is a beautiful place that few people know. If you like history, you can visit Serra da Capivara, an archaeological site with traces of the human life for over 100,000 years. Or city of Ouro Preto, about the history of Brazil in the 17th and 18th century. I can talk too about the city of São Paulo. It's a big city. São Paulo is one of the largest cities in the world, and there is a lot of cool things to know about it. And the city of Rio de Janeiro. Maybe you know Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro, it's very beautiful. If you like an architecture, you can visit the Brazilian capital, Brasilia. There you will find a lot of very different buildings and monuments that, in my opinion, is so beautiful. Or you can miss a little long of Europe in places like Campos do Jordão and Serra Gaúcha, besides the state of Santa Catarina with its Brazilian Dubai and the charming city of Blumenau. And of course, a lot of beautiful beaches that you need a few generations to know them all. So I ask you again, why is the international tourism in Brazil so weak? And the nature, it's good with Brazil? Here in Brazil, it's very common to hear that God is Brazilian. There is no earthquake, volcano, hurricane, snowstorm or tsunami. It's a culture where you can consider yourself safe from the natural disaster. So people don't visit Brazil because of food? No way. Brazilian food is amazing. There are a lot of diverse and delicious plates, and it has for all tastes. Certainly go to Brazil and try the typical dishes is an unique experience. Maybe Brazilian people is not interesting. Are you kidding? The Brazilian culture is very diverse and we are very receptive. It is an easy country to have friends. Speaking of Brazil, which of these people should say that is Brazilian? The correct answer is all of them. The truth of the Brazilian that you can find a lot of different peoples in Brazil. It's happening because of the violence. Most of the news about Brazil, it's about violence and Zika virus, but it's not exactly like that. Yes, there are so many cases of violence, but there are more violent cultures than Brazil that attract more tourists. So it's not the reason. Why the 5,000 cities Brazilian together attract less tourists than the Coliseum, or the smaller countries like Croatia? The answer is Brazil and Brasilia do not usually disclose the good side of Brazil. Problem all the culture has. There is no perfect culture. Brazil is an amazing culture that everyone should know. It's time of tourists from all of the world put Brazil on the list of the interesting culture to know. I was already forget to comment. Brazil speak Portuguese, not Spanish. If you speak Portuguese, siga meu canal e curta esse vídeo. Comment below if you already knew these positive points about Brazil. We're surprised that Brasilia attracts fewer tourists than the Coliseum. I will see you in the next video.